What I have here is a Swift and a Ballwinder. Actually, both of these were purchased through my roving supplier, but you can get yours from Nitpicks or Paradise Fibers or whomever you shop with. What I have here is a skein. I shouldn't say skein, I should say hank of yarn from Nitpicks, some of their imagination line called Evil Stepmother, which it's got purples and kind of reds in it, so obviously I'm in love, love, love. Now, you stretch. I usually put it over my Swift first, a little bit, so that I can open it up to the proper size. And there, you can see how that works. Normally one would use scissors for this bit. I didn't think to grab mine, and they're behind my hammer right now, and it looks like I'm going to have to anyway. This is, they tie the hank closed with loops, and also with the ends of the yarn. That happened to be a loop. But it could have easily been the end of the skein of yarn. Where did I see that? Oh, that was a shadow. Never mind. Okay, now this one has enough strands coming off of it that I think this is also an end. So I'll be very careful to cut it close to the knot. Okay, and yep, there's an end. And there's an end. Gosh darn if they don't both seem to be on the inside. But that can kind of be remedied. Okay, kind of get this joker started a little bit. You insert the end of the yarn through the notched top on the Ballwinder. That is so that when you get done, whoops, you can you know, get the center pull. Now I looped it through here. I hope I don't have to explain that too much. But anyway, you can at this point just start winding, assuming that your hank is not twisted. Now I would just let the natural tension guide that yarn. I would not, you know, put any extra pressure on it to make the ball go tighter, because that can distort your yarn. Okay, let me slow down a little bit here so I can show you the progress so far. You see how nice that is with the lines? Anyway, I attach it to this board because I like it to be portable. Also, my tables happen to be just deep enough that the attaching bolts do not reach the entire depth of the table. So I put it on this board. This board is an old crappy board left over from a longer piece that I tried to use to make a skein winder for self-striping yarn. Another little invention by Scout that she has freely up somewhere. If you do a Google search for Scout's ghetto winding board, I think it is, you'll find it. That is how I found it. As you can see, I'm almost done with this skein. This is a skein that will do one sock, which is why I have two skeins. Okay, see, we're getting towards the end and things are starting to catch a little, but you can see how full that ball of yarn is. It's simple. It does it for you. You can get the kids to do this, you know. They love doing this. Mine does anyway. She's 10. She thinks this is just magical. I have to get it started for her, obviously. But she'll go like gangbusters. And just let that sucker fly. Okay, we're getting towards the end, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. And slow down a little bit. And we're done. And you can see it's a nice little fat cake of yarn. I always pull out my end before I take it off, and I also tuck in the outside end. And there you have it. And notice it didn't collapse in, which means we had just the right amount of tension, which is none, so that it won't get all distorted while it sits in a cake, because you know I am very slow at knitting socks, and I already have a pair of socks on the needles, so it may be a while before I get to this, but I thought this would be a good demonstration for my friend Iggystar up in Detroit. Yo! Shout out to you, sister. But I thought this would be a good thing to show her about the winding with the Ballwinder.